Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, it's that time again. Duels of the Planeswalkers time, that is. I had originally envisioned continuing my ongoing series on the merits of Dream Puppets, trying to build the perfect version of the deck. However, I entered a game, terrified of the mirror again. Played a couple islands, then I played my first, obviously, mill spell. My opponent immediately quit. Why? Because he was playing the mirror. And we both knew, he as well as I, that the game was going to suck and not be that much fun. And so, that having been my first experience today, I have switched decks. We're going to play a little red. Just as an absolute change of pace. This we will keep. This is another deck that, this deck I'm actually still unlocking, sadly enough. I thought I had purchased deck keys for everything, but apparently not for this. So if I'm missing some of your favorite power cards, that would be why. This red deck is unusual in that it pretty much just wants to fly. These ground guys are a little bit extraneous when you consider Flame Break. I'm not sure how I feel about playing against green. The other interesting thing about this red pile is it says, cool. Oh, so you're not going to do that. That's too bad. God, the Leatherback Baloth is huge and scary. And exceedingly difficult for this deck to deal with, because I don't have anything to do that much damage with. We're going to hold this Phoenix as a blocker, I think. Because depending on what he does here... well, we'll see. That's a Primordial Hydra. That's a card that really scares the crap out of me. If you haven't seen it, it enters play with those +1/+1s, and the counters double every upkeep. Once he's got 10, he also tramples. So that trade I made mostly because this will fetch my Phoenix back. And I can't have him with a guy with 5 in the rear just hanging around. I have to 2-card it. Because I do not have any way of dealing with a guy that big. Well, short of drawing Inferno Titan. But since he's not in my hand at the moment, neither is Hostility, I can't take many 4 power swings, and I certainly can't block it. Whoops, didn't even see my turn flip over there. We'll just come in a little hasty. This guy's going to be one of the first guys to come out of this deck, I think. Because this guy just gets killed. Though he can be powerful. That 4 cost is kind of a turn-off for me. These Phoenixes are so much faster. Oh, he's getting mana screwed. Okay, well. That sucks, dude. I'm not in much better shape mana-wise, but I do have this scary pumping guy that if you don't have an answer for, will finish you off pretty quick. He's got 2 turns to respond to my flyers, or it's all over. Another match against an opponent who got completely land screwed. They continue to not be that much fun. Like, yes, I've achieved a great tactical victory here in managing to defeat a guy who was unable to play more than a couple spells. Now, granted, I came in there and did what I had to do. Swept his guys. And finished him quickly. Also, I feel much better about life having played a game that did not involve Jace's mill deck in any capacity. On either mine or the opponent's side. And red just makes me feel good. I really did unlock a card. Okay, well, that wasn't much of a video. Let's try again. Let's try again with something else that I don't think I've played a lot of on here is White Peacekeepers. One of my favorite decks, actually. I almost never see it, so maybe it's not very good. I'm not sure. Then again, all I ever see is the mill in horrible mirror matches against me, and I've seen a lot of green. Green is good in this game. Better than it was in the last game. Their cards really... Wow, I love this hand. Yeah, I think I will keep that hand. Thank you. Yeah, as long as I can draw a couple mana, this guy's a really good creature, and this is one of the best creatures printed, I think, ever. And this deck is well equipped to make use of some of the cheesy nonsense that the Sun Titan brings to the table. Green's frightening, though, because within just a couple of short turns, they can be coming at you with some of the biggest nasties, even for green creatures that are big and nasty. That Leatherback Baloth is a great example. 3 green, 4/5. Very suitable for these mono piles and this kind of the environment that we're playing in here. This white deck is supposed to be fast. It kind of only is if you draw correctly, though. So he's got the Yeva green deck that uses on-entry effects and such. She's probably going to be willing to trade with my Vanguard. It's fine. Yeah, I would probably prefer to use that elf's effect over and over again to keep fetching lands, especially if she's already got a roaring. Shouldn't assume it's a she, but especially if my opponent has a roaring Primadox in hand. I kind of figure that. So this card is going to turn things up a notch. It's kind of mean. And then we're going to lay this guy, who is just a creature, Oblivion Ring type. Stick that green guy underneath it. He's exiled. We won't see him again. Of course, if he gets rid of the Fiend Hunter, it pops back up, but... So I don't think I'm going to get to show off how abusive the Sun Titan can be in this deck, but just briefly, consider the fact that he could get rid of my whole side here, and every turn the Sun Titan could bring back a Spectral Rider or an Honor of the Pure. Anything except this Dawn Elemental and put it right back on the table. That includes Mr. Fiend Hunter and his exiling of other creatures. Alright, well. My 7 unblockable will finish things off here. I just kind of out-hustled him on that one. Really good draw for the white deck. I mean, I was able to just keep putting out stuff that... The draw of Honor of the Pure was... Just pure meanness. Okay. So 2 games, adding up to the average length of about 1. So that's fun. For Tremendous VD, I am, of course, Dr. Mead, signing off.